from the second row of the grid. It was a very good start for Thomas Behrmann. A deceptively good start, unfortunately. He got a false start penalty. Finn McLaughlin didn't get off the line at all. The driver who was vying for Vice Championship glory will be third in the standings. And unfortunately, his last race of the year was against his own script. That much is for sure. It was Thomas Behrmann in the early lead. It was a very, very good start, and they would eventually look back and realise it was too good. 3 wide on the first lap, Andrea Dupe, Andrea Kostic, and I think that was Javier Herrera going through the first few corners. There was a tyre down on the AS Motorsport car further back, and lots of battling through the middle field. Alexander Ruta getting past the Viola car of Ludovico Busso. Kostic and Popov in battles further back as well. Dante Vinci getting into it with the 24 of Herrera, who certainly hasn't been missing any action this weekend. Thomas Behrmann was doing a great job at the front building that gap, but unfortunately it would never quite get to the 5 seconds he needed to retain the race victory. Kabir Anurag, as he said, he started from 8th, and it was lunges like that that put him up the order. Matilda Pats was struggling, unfortunately, with her front wing becoming increasingly more dislodged, and that would eventually hand female trophy honours over to Ginevra Panzeri. That was the move for female trophy honours in that replay shot. Maxime Rim and Leo Robinson went side by side twice through the first couple of corners. On the second occasion, unfortunately, there was contact, and that contact managed to puncture the tyre on Maxime Rim. Gabriel Gomez moved himself past Artem Severikin, and Enia Fry liked the look of the move. He did the exact same thing to his Yenta Motorsport teammate. A front wing change for Alexander Ruta, courtesy of contact with Finn McLaughlin. Meanwhile, Jan Kurler managed to get himself past Ludovico Busso. Kirill Kutskov was working his way towards the top 10. Eventually, once all the penalties were dialed in, he would finish 8th. A great result for him and Maffei Racing, and the boldness of Kabir Anurag on the grass, trying desperately to get to the inside. Both drivers continued on their way. Kutskov again going around the outside of Andrea Dupe. Great moves from Kirill in that race. He clearly had a good car underneath him, as did Alexander Ruta for Van Amersfoort Racing, side by side with Dante Vinci, and that didn't quite work out, did it? And this is the contact I was discussing between Ruta and Finn McLaughlin. Unfortunately, Finn would have a puncture. Ruta's front wing was gone, and Finn McLaughlin's season ending on a rather bum note compared to the high of last Sunday at Motorland Aragon. But the car across the line first, Thomas Behrmann. We thought Bart Harrison had won the race courtesy of that 5-second jump start penalty, but at the very last moment there was a track limits penalty for Harrison too, and that meant that this man, Kabir Anurag, said P1? P1? You sure? P1. It was indeed first place for Us Racing and Kabir Anurag for the second time this season. Kabir is a winner. Thomas Behrmann takes second place. Bart Harrison takes P3. In 4th position, it is Gabriel Gomez. In 5th place, it is Enia Fry. Artem Severikin takes 6th position. Kirill Kutskov in 7th. Leo Robinson 8th. Samalisto and Larini round out the top 10. Kutskov now up to 7th apparently on the screen. Okay, that's different from what I have on my screen. Jan Kurler, Dante Vinci and Maximilian Popov rounding us down to 13th place. In 14th is Ludovico Busso for the Viola Formula Racing squad. Then it was Dupe, Elia Weiss in 16th, Ginevra Panzeri in 17th, Simon Schranz in 18th ahead of Andrea Kostic. We saw them fighting on the final lap. Cornelia Olkutska in 20th, Javier Herrera in 21st, Ruta 22nd, Emily Cotti in 23rd. She had to come into the pits during the race. Finn McLaughlin in 24th, Peyton Westcott in 25th position. 26th to Matilda Pats, Borenstein 27th, Maxime Riem in 28th, Of course, Behrman wins the rookie classification, and for the first time in just her second weekend in single-seaters, Ginevra Panzeri was the female trophy winner. So a new winner in the female trophy class there as well, which is a big achievement for the driver of the AKM Motorsport team.